quick second. Not for very long though, because it's a very exciting day. Pencils up. Pen, paintbrush, whatever you got, up. Waiting for a couple more people. I see Beirut, Lebanon just joined. Hi out there. Pencils up. Hey, Cape Town, South Africa. Hello. Pencils up. Amsterdam, Netherlands, Glasgow, Scotland in the house. Hey, pencils up. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Hello. And welcome to Draw Together, where we all are here, all over the world, in our home studios, but we're here now to draw together. I'm so happy to see you. So, I'm WendyMac. What's your name? Hey, so good to see you. And let's see. We're in San Francisco in our home studio. And where are you? Wow. All over the world, all together at the same time here to draw. So exciting. Okay, well, we have a really, really special day today. So we're gonna jump right into it. First, we gotta do a quick little stretch. We're gonna stay seated. So let's just sit, let's just shake out our shoulders a little bit. We do this every class just to get our blood flowing from our brains to our eyes, to our arms, to our hands. So let's put out our hands and let's wiggle our fingers. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. And wiggle, 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 wiggle our wrists. And our elbows, do a little chicken. Ow. Shoulders, neck, head. Wiggle the eyeballs. Wiggle the brain. Brain wiggle, go. Brain wiggle. Oh my gosh, I can really feel that. Can you feel that? Whoa. Oh, good job. Shake it out. Okay, so let's just get our supplies ready and let's get into drawing. We need today, pretty much every day, some paper. Got paper? Something to draw with. That can be a pencil or a pen. And then if you have some color, you know, we could have some colored pencils or some markers or some paints. But remember, if you don't have color, that's totally fine too, because we can do pen and pencil and do monochromatic, which is a minimalist approach, which we also support here very much. Yes. All right, so let's start off doing a quick warm up. We've done this before. I think it's always a good kind of thing to get our lines moving. Come over here and just do a quick cabinet of shapes. All right, so we're just gonna take your pencil, let's put it right here on kind of the upper left side. Let's do one line down. How'd that go? Okay, and let's do one line from left to the right. And then go down, and then go to left. Well, this is the outside of our cabinet if we have a seriously wonky cabinet, and you know what? Wonky cabinets are great cabinets. 2 lines there, and 1 line in the middle. Wow, we're gonna make some long shapes today for sure. What's the first shape we're gonna put in here? What's the first shape? Yes, that's right. Circle. How'd you know? Magic. What's the shape we're gonna put in here? Yes. Almost everybody said that. If you didn't, you just got ahead of everybody. A square. Yeah. How about right here? What's a shape we can put right here? Everybody is just nailing the shapes this morning. Triangle. Boom. That's great. So these are 3 basic shapes that we're always drawing in class. We're using them a lot. What's a shape that we could do right here? Ooh, how about a rectangle? Long one. Long one. Rectangle. So longer on 2 sides and shorter top and bottom. Or you could flip it. It'd still be a rectangle. Amazing how the world works. How about a shape right here? Let's do a loopy, flowery shape. That's what it's technically called, is a loopy, flowery shape. You know, if you want to call it your own thing, that's fine too. But if you want to be precise and scientific, this is called a loopy, flowery shape. And one last one. Whoa, did you get that? How'd that turn out for you? This is called a blah, blah. We call this, it's spelled blah, blah, blah. So this is our, let's just say blah shape. And so anytime you want to represent a blah, this is the shape that you can draw. You can have some fun with it. Remember, when we're drawing, so often we're going big shapes and then we go smaller detail. So here's our basic cabinet of shapes. And we can keep this and we can put this up on the wall, or we can do whatever. We can just keep it on our desk at all times so we know we can just go back and be like, which shape do I want to use here? And it's always there. You can always pull a shape off the cabinet and put it into your drawing. Can I see yours? Nice shapes. All right, those are looking good. Cool. All right, come on over here because I think it's time to do a little field trip. So I'm going to take my cabinet of shapes. I'm going to tear it out of my notebook. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to keep this later, but I'm going to flip this over and use the back side of the page. We can always save paper. And I am just so excited because we are going to take a field trip together. We are going to take a ride on the magic school bus all the way to Berlin, Germany. Oh wait, we got a couple people in class out there. Oh, that's cool. We're going to come to your town on the magic school bus and visit who I think, and I think pretty much the world thinks, is the most magnificent, stupendous, marvelous, extraordinaire of an illustrator, visual storyteller, and all-around drawer. Let's get on the magic bus and visit Christoph Niemann. Magic bus, beep, beep. Who got the keys to the magic bus? Hello, hello. Hi, Christoph.
Nice to be here. Wendy.
Hi, Christoph. We're so happy. Thank you so much for coming to DrawTogether.
Absolutely, I'm psyched.
Well, let's see. I think you're in Berlin. Where are you standing right now?
I'm in my studio. So this is my drawing desk. It's like the usual mess. The problem is I like really clean desks, but it's usually messy. That's just, I learned to live with it.
Is messy help with the art? Messy's part of it?
Not at all. No, actually a clean desk helps with the art. It's just like the problem is I am messy, and so I just try to have a small area between my elbows empty, and where the paper is, that's the only thing I need.
Oh, that's so great. And maybe could you tell us in the class what it is that you do?
So I'm an illustrator and artist. It means I actually get to draw for a living, and I do everything. I draw for magazines, and I draw for books, and sometimes I just make drawings for people to put on the wall. And I wanted to do that since I probably was 4 or 5, and I cannot really imagine doing anything else.
Wow, you get to draw and do what you love all day long.
Yeah, the problem is like sometimes people don't like what I draw. Then it gets a little tricky. So I still actually have to practice. So even though I've been doing this for a while, I have to practice. I often have to redo things. And the trick is often that you make a pretty drawing, but it's not the first try. Often I do 4 or 5 or 6 versions, and then maybe the 6th one turns out kind of nice. Wow. And then of course everybody thinks, oh, he just quickly drew that, but it's actually not that easy. Sometimes it is.
So it sounds like it's fun and it's hard work at the same time. Well, we are so excited to be visiting you today and to learn more about what you do when you're drawing.
Sure.
So, I don't know. You want to get started?
Let's get to it.
All right, let's get to drawing. All right, so everybody at home, it looks like Christoph, we've been talking about how we do portrait and landscape with our page. Is yours, you look like you did, which way for yours?
I went with a horizontal today.
Okay.
With the landscape.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter.
Okay. So whichever way at home. All right.
So what do you want me to draw? Do you have any suggestions?
Well, I mean, hey, it is after all Animals Gone Wild Week. So if there's any kind of animals that you're excited about drawing, what do you guys at home? Are we into drawing some animals today? Animals Gone Wild. Yeah. Is there any animals that you like to draw?
Well, I love animals. Animals are fantastic for storytelling. I think often much better than people. But I found there's one thing. Animals can be really difficult. Have you ever tried to draw a cat or a zebra? They're very tricky. But I found that sometimes it's actually not so much about the shape of the animal. Often it's about the expression of the animal. So I think the simplest animal maybe we can draw is a dog, because you can draw it as simple as, get a softer pencil here. You can do just like a simple shape, like a circle, and then just like some wobbly ears, maybe like this.
Yes.
And then if we draw kind of like a funny dog, maybe for the eyes, some circles.
Yeah.
With dark dots. Can you see this?
Yes, that's good.
Big, nice nose. And then, okay, this is how I try to draw dogs.
Yeah.
I draw for the mouth. I kind of do a J shape, and then the other one on the other side as well. And then, for example, I can take the ears.
Yeah.
And make them a little darker.
Yeah.
And this is just it's a very generic dog, but it's kind of it's a funny, happy dog. And now you can just start adding little things to it, and then all of a sudden the dog kind of has a bit of a character, and I can really imagine how this dog could kind of tell a story. He could become, or she could become the hero in your little adventure. But here's something about drawing that I want to show you. It's like these are very simple shapes. Like the ears, the eyes, the nose, the mouth. They're not very hard to draw, but you can actually get a lot more out of this shape if you just change the sizes. So, for example, I use the same shapes. I don't change anything. I start with the head, pretty much the same.
Hold on, I want to kind of can I draw along with you while you're doing this one?
Please.
Okay. And class, if everybody wants to draw along with this one too, let's go along. So we did a circle. Okay.
And actually, that's just for comparison. Let's add a second circle to the right. Similar. It doesn't matter if it's like, mine looks more like a slightly damaged potato, but this is totally fine.
All circles are great circles. Okay.
What I want to do now is I just want to change the elements by making them a little larger or smaller. So for example, for this one, I'm going to give him slightly longer ears, maybe like this.
Okay, longer ears. Those ears are just kind of like, oh, look at the droopy ears.
Just imagine like a little bit of
a floppy dog ear.
Like a sack of cloth or so. It doesn't really,
it's like a tube sock.
They're just like hanging on there.
It's a sad banana. Yeah.
Yeah, like a sad banana.
It's a sad banana.
And this one kind of has funny ears that are sticking up, almost like a rabbit. And then maybe the other one is bouncing down like this.
Oh.
And, I haven't even drawn any eyes or any faces, but already this dog seems different than that one.
It
tells a different story. But now let's use the eyes. They're just an outer circle and an inner circle.
Okay.
But let's make this one much, much bigger. They make the eyes really big. Like really crazy big.
Okay. Oh my God. That's a surprise dog. Whoa. Are you all doing this at home?
Surprise dog. I'm going to give him like a really small nose.
Okay.
And a really big mouth.
Oh, and it's this.
It really looks like a crazy dog. Sometimes another thing you can do with a dog is you can like add little dots here that makes it look very dog-like. Somehow dogs have this kind of 5 o'clock shadow. I don't know why.
This dog with the big eyes to me looks like it's just seen some food.
Yes, exactly. And now I'm gonna again, but look, it's the same shapes.
Yeah.
Circle with a dot, circle with a dot. I changed nothing except for the sizes and the placement. And here I'm gonna do the same eyes, but I'm gonna put them more or less on the outside of the head.
Okay.
Or like this.
Yeah.
And the nose I'm gonna put down much lower.
Yeah.
And maybe the nose can be really, really big.
It's like a big kind of.
And the mouth is really, really small.
Oh.
Almost looks like a rabbit now.
Oh, it's so cute.
But look, this is like it's 3 times exactly the same shapes, but the expression so different
So
for
different.
each one of these.
It's like you've made either 3 different dogs with the same shapes, or maybe the same dog with 3 really different expressions.
Yeah, and you can, and the great thing is you can do nothing wrong. You can just experiment with this. What I like to do is sometimes I'm gonna quickly draw another one here. Here I'm gonna do something really difficult. I'm gonna try to draw a knot. Like goes in and out and over and through. Don't try this at home. No, try it whenever. Like this is really
It's dangerous pencil maneuvers.
You get the idea. And so you can even do different sizes for the eyes. You can do one really big eye.
Yeah.
And one really small eye. And then the nose you can put a little bit at an angle, and then I draw the mouth, and then here's my favorite trick. You can always take a little tongue. So it's like a U shape. Just you just like put a little tongue. If you have color, you can make the tongue even in a color.
Yeah.
And have the tongue sticking out at the side. I'm gonna add my little dots. So again, like this is the same dog essentially as all of these ones, except for I made the eyes, like this one much larger, this one smaller, and you get all these different expressions out of this dog.
Oh, that's so fun. Another thing that seems fun about this is you can kind of play with all the different shapes and figure out how to represent like the different expressions and emotions, maybe like a little happier, surprised, or sad, just with the same shapes. So many different emotions.
Exactly, and here's so I'm gonna use the back side of the page, continue drawing.
Okay.
But let's try another thing with just like staying with the eyes. So I'm gonna do like start with the regular shape.
Okay.
Of the dog. Here I have the ears.
Yeah.
I have the nose.
Got the ears kind of going
mouth,
off
and I'm
just
gonna do the outer parts of the eyes.
Uh-huh.
And now here I'm just gonna. Can you see that here in the corner? I'm just gonna draw a little bone.
Oh yeah.
if you feel like the dog of course cares about the bone. So now you take the little dots of the eyes and you place them really all the way at the corner.
Uh-huh.
Of the eye, and all of a sudden the dog really wants that bone. He really looks to that bone, and all you have to do is you just move the little things from the center of the big circle to the side, and now all of a sudden the dog is really interested in what's going on here. And then of course, like since it's a bone, you can do the trick again with the tongue sticking out. You can draw a lot of drops, which means that the dog is kind of like really, really hungry. Maybe you get so hungry that you start sweating. You can add the drops here. Drops is a fantastic storytelling device. You can just keep going on and on.
Well, I noticed. I just noticed that when you did that, this is the same dog we drew on the front, almost exactly the same. But when you put the dog looking at the bone, all of a sudden it was saying the dog wanted something and it was saying more than just the dog. It was like a story was coming together or something.
Exactly. And so you can really use that dog to tell different stories, and you don't have to learn to draw dogs from different sides. Just by moving the eyes, changing the shapes of the eyes or the size, you can really create different expressions. And what's also great, you can use the same technique. For example, like I'm gonna again start with the outer shape.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna draw 2 eyes.
Yeah.
And here, instead of one ear, I'm going to put one thing on top. And another thing, you have to trust me on this one. I'm going to put another ear here.
What are you doing? This is so confusing. Okay, hold on. Did you all see that coming? Did you see that there was a chicken? I did not know there was a chicken coming. That was such a surprise.
You can do the same trick again. You're like, if I now the chicken wants the bone because it's a crazy dog chicken. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the eyes. The bone is up here, so I'm just going to put the eyes all the way up here. So see, the dog looks over there. So you can really direct the viewer in wherever you want them to look by just putting the eyes at the edge of outer circle wherever you want.
And can you show us, I mean, I'm amazed that you took dog ears and made it into a chicken. How did you make that chicken body? We saw you did that. What are those shapes you use there to make the chicken body?
For the chicken body, I usually, I start by just sketching. The head can be as big or small as you want, doesn't matter.
Okay.
And then I usually do a half circle, so it's like a U with a lid on it.
U with a lid on it.
And then on that side of the body, I go up, and then on that side of the head, I go down. So I take the outer side of that of the head, and then the beak can be somewhere here. Yeah. And then they have this like funny little thing at the chin, another thing on top, and now. And then you're like chicken. You can draw them with the simplest feet. I often just draw a little L, and then you can have them running just like that. Here you add a little knee, and then maybe if I add a little shadow, it almost looks like it's running really really fast. And because it's really angry that it didn't get the bone, you can even have a fire spitting chicken here. Like with the chicken are really funny. Like I think chicken are the funniest animals. So here you can like have we have a fire spitting chicken.
I think this is
why not?
Because why not? I love this so much, and I love how the same shapes that you use to make the dog are all the same shapes you're using to make the chicken. It's just kind of a different combination of them too. So different eyes and expressions. You can look in different ways and tell different stories with the same shapes as you can to make a fire-breathing chicken.
And again, these eyes, you can use them for monkeys, for cats, for dragons, for everything. And maybe what we could do is just like, because eyes are the most important thing to draw. There's nothing where you can add as much expression as you can do with eyes. So maybe I'll just give you like 2 more tricks for eyes.
That'd be great.
My favorite tricks. And all of it, if you use these, you can really make your drawing look so much more fancy. So we started with, this is the basic eye, just like an outer circle.
Yeah.
And a little black circle on the inside. This is fine.
Okay. Did everybody at home do that? You got your circle and then the circle on the inside?
And again, it doesn't matter how wobbly it is. You can make the inside kind of as big or as small as you want. It doesn't really matter. You will see like it changes the expression. Okay. But now, when we close the eye, I'll take a different shape. So it looks like more like an almond. So or like a very thin fish. But now when you have this, maybe some of that black shape is actually hidden, so it really touches the top and the bottom. Ooh. And see how this is a much more serious eye already.
I'm wondering, let's see, at home, let's just all check in and look at each other's eyes for a second. Let's make the big shape with our eyes. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
You really have to open them wide.
Open wide! Open wide! Okay. How about trying to make the narrower eye that Christoph drew there, the second one? Go. Yeah, good job. Okay. Do you ever find, Christoph, when you're drawing facial expressions and eyes that you end up making the face yourself when you're drawing it? Do you make the face you're drawing?
Here's the thing. I spent half of my childhood trying to draw faces, and the only face I had as reference was my own. So I had a mirror standing at my desk, or like a useful hand mirror, and I always looked at my own face when drawing. Which meant that all my characters looked like myself, but also I'm physically incapable of drawing faces that don't look like myself. So I can't draw a smiling figure unless I smile, or a frowning figure unless I frown. So this is something. Really I can't change that. So and you can even mix these shapes. Like here, let's draw another crazy chicken. You can even have these both of these shapes together. Or this is more like a crazy evil. Just give him a little eyebrows.
Did anybody see that coming? Oh my gosh. We can do this at home with you here.
This chicken has rubber boots because why not?
Because why not?
I think rubber boots are always a good idea. And here's maybe if you can try, if you feel comfortable drawing these kind of eyes, I'll show you one more trick, and it's fantastic, I think, to impress friends. So eyes are shiny. When you look at your eyes in the mirror,
Yeah.
it's basically, it's a big white ball, and on the inside of that ball, there's this, dark part.
Yeah.
But then usually when there's a light around,
Mm-hmm.
usually there's a reflection on it. So what I do is like, I have a really soft pencil here.
Yeah.
And then the one thing you can do is I can try to find a sharp part of my pencil. And then now here, I just try to erase a little part
Yeah.
of that eye. And all of a sudden, it looks like there's actually a little light reflection. And you don't even need an eraser. What you can do, and this takes a little practice, but it's not that
Yeah.
hard. You do the outside shape.
Uh-huh.
And then now you might go very, very softly. We do the inside shape.
Okay. Inside shape.
And now we draw a second circle here around it. So they touch each other. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And now I'm only going to fill in
Yeah.
the part where the circles, where the outer circle does not overlap the other one. So it's almost like it's a little bit like a bite was taken out of that circle.
Oh, wow.
And all of a sudden, see how much more realistic that eye looks?
It suddenly has a lot of life to it.
And what I love, and this is the thing, like sometimes you want to draw something really nasty, and sometimes you want to draw something really cute.
Yeah.
And there's nothing cuter than a character with gigantic shiny eyes. So let's for example draw a monkey. Monkeys I draw with having like a large round shape on the bottom, and then maybe like a wider shape on the bottom. So,
Yeah.
So here on top,
Okay.
big shape on the bottom, a round shape.
Yeah.
And
Got it.
it's-
Everybody. Yeah.
Here I'll draw a white monkey. He has funny teeth, a little nose, some small cute ears, and now he's gonna get two. Like the eyes, I'm gonna make really, really big.
Oh.
And they're a little rounder. So now look at these. Look at the inside of the eyes. They're gonna be really, really crazy. So here again, it's almost like a bite is taken out of the inside of the eye.
Yeah. And then we color in the inside
And then I
part?
color in the rest of the eye. It can be, you can use brown or black or blue, but green, like any color you want. I often find that black actually is the most powerful color. So here on the other side, we do the same thing.
Yeah.
The same thing as well.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is the most
if you-
adorable monkey I've ever seen.
Maybe even has like a funny hat. A hat you can actually draw by just doing a line
Yeah.
and then a box on top of it.
A line and a box.
And maybe it's a little off angle. And then this is like the professional trick. Only professional illustrators know that if you think that's not cute enough,
Yes.
you just add a little tear.
DrawTogether class. We have been taught the secret professional trick.
There's
It
nothing
is.
more to learn. Like this is the final secret.
This is
you
it.
Just like smile with a little bit of a tear, and now it's like this happy monkey. He was afraid all day, but then something really wonderful and exciting happened. Maybe with like some curvy eyebrows on top
Oh, DrawTogether class. You heard it here first. Oh, Christoph, this is so wonderful. Thank you so much.
And then, of course, we can always add hair, do funny stuff. And a bow tie. Bow ties are also
Oh,
like a
right,
fantastic
bow
trick,
tie.
yeah. The bow tie trick is not as good as the tear, but it's always a good thing.
Oh, it's so
There's a-
wonderful.
There's
Well,
a sad, happy monkey with a tuxedo.
so we've all been drawing along with you at home, including myself here. And I wonder if we could do what we do at the end of every class. And a lot of kids at home want to show what they've been drawing. Can we look at them
I would
together?
love to see that.
Okay. Oh, look at that. All right. Everybody. Class. Isn't Christoph amazing? Okay. So what we'll do is we'll just get all of our drawings ready. And on the count of 3, can you see, Christoph? Let's
Yes,
see.
I can see a
Yep,
little bit, yes.
right there. Okay. On the count of 3, everybody let's show. If you don't want to show, that's totally fine too. Save it for yourself. But if you want to show, ready? 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's so fun. Look at all of it. Do you see all of the dogs
with the different expressions.
This is fantastic.
I can't believe it. Look at the cutest monkeys in the world all over. Oh, isn't it fun to see everybody's drawing in their home studios all together? But you just inspired all these kids to do this drawing all together, all over the world.
No, it's fantastic. Have fun, and it's all about doing it over and over again. You will discover so much more than what I did here, and often sometimes you feel you made a mistake, but that mistake might actually turn into something that's much more exciting than what you planned.
Oh, that's so wonderful. Happy accidents, absolutely. Christoph, thank you so much. Can we just get a round of applause? Woo! Thank you, Christoph. And pencils up. We'll see you tomorrow. Oh, let's see. It would be wonderful if you want to post your pictures on Instagram and tag them, DrawTogether. Abstract Sunday. That's Christoph on Instagram. So tag him too, so he gets to see what you drew today.
Yes.
Right? It would be fun to see. And we do this at the end of every class. If you would join us to hold your pencil up, and then we put it here. And we say, everything is better when we draw together. Thanks for coming to class.